TYLER MATZEK has been one of the best lefty relievers in the big leagues over the last 2 years, and he just helped his Atlanta Braves to their first World Series in over 2 decades. Championship Win Probability Added, or CWPA, measures how much certain plays impact a team's chances at winning the World Series. According to CWPA, Matzek increased the Braves' chance at winning the World Series by over 12% during his 6 innings pitched during the championship series. This was second only to series MVP Eddie Rosario. Without Tyler, the Braves may not even be here, which makes the fact that the now 31-year-old was pitching an independent ball just 2 seasons ago all the more remarkable. Here's his story.
The Colorado Rockies select TYLER MATZEK.
Tyler was selected 11th overall out of Capistrano Valley High School in 2009. The Rockies, always in need of some starting pitching, signed him to a nearly $4 million signing bonus, and he was ranked as the 23rd best prospect in all of baseball by Baseball America before throwing a single professional pitch. During his first 3 seasons in the minors, he exhibited both ridiculous talent and concerning control issues, striking out nearly 10 batters per 9 innings and walking nearly 7 per 9, but by 2013, he made it up to AA and was allowing less walks than ever. After a solid start to his first AAA season in 2014, he got the call to the bigs. He put together a really solid season, allowing 9 homers including just 2 in 8 starts at Coors, and striking out over twice as many batters as he walked. He got better and better as the year went on, finishing the season on a 5-start stretch with an ERA under 1.5. This stretch included his first career shutout. Not many news at the time, but he achieved all of this while battling through severe anxiety. Tyler never felt as if he was good enough, and he always feared that his next start would be his last in the bigs. These thoughts kept him from sleeping nights before his scheduled starts and gave him panic attacks on team buses. The man who was maybe the most talented pitcher in the Rockies organization was also the least confident, and about a month into his sophomore season, all of his worst fears, all of the reasons he struggled to sleep at night, all of the things that made his skin crawl during the day, became a reality. During spring training in 2015, Tyler sprained an ankle and was mechanically uncomfortable entering the season, but he pitched through it so he could retain his role in the rotation. And his first 4 starts weren't even bad, but they included a game where he walked 6 batters and a game where he walked 3 and hit 2. But everything unraveled during his 5th start. In just 2 innings on May 6th, he allowed 6 walks and a homer, earning an immediate demotion to AAA. By this point, Tyler struggled to throw anything near his targets, even during warm-ups and bullpen sessions. After the demotion, he walked 25 batters in 13 2/3 innings in the minors. He was sent home for a mental break and got surgery at the beginning of the offseason, starting 2016 on the DL. Once he returned, Tyler came out of the bullpen in the minors, walking 33 batters in 26 2/3 innings of work. Something was clearly wrong. The Rockies tried helping him, bringing in sports psychologists and giving him time off when he needed, but their patience ran thin quickly and they cut him after the season. He was picked up by the White Sox during the offseason on a minor league contract before being cut in March. For the next year, the phone lines went silent. Around this time, Tyler said he couldn't even have a catch with his brother from 5 feet away without experiencing the yips. This is the point where a lot of other people would have given up, but Tyler, nah, he got to work.
Me to be the first rounder, I thought, somebody's going to pick me up. They got to have some spot. Someone's going to give me a try.
And that was kind of the slap in the face that said,
you need to figure it out. Your opportunities are running out.
You're not going to play this year. You didn't play this year. Figure it out. I don't want to look back when I'm 50, 60, 70 years old, having not tried everything. So I started trying everything.
I started playing catch 5 feet away, and then I could play catch for 5 feet, make 100 throws at 5 feet. Then we moved back to 7 feet, 10 feet, 12 feet, and just slowly keep working our way back. It wasn't pretty. There was balls all over the place sometimes, but that's the way it was. So that's what I did all during 2017 summer when I wasn't playing.
This clip is from an interview that Tyler did with Peter Moylan just after he made his return to the bigs in 2020. I've linked the entire interview in the description and encourage you to check it out if you're interested in the story. So after finally getting the ball over the plate with some consistency, the Mariners signed him for spring training, but he was released by the end of camp. By this point, his mechanics were completely changed from when he was a prospect, and he no longer possessed the electric stuff that earned him his pedigree. His only concern had been finding the strike zone, but after all the adjustments he made trying to do so, his arm was no longer big league caliber. Billy Martin Jr., the GM of the American Association League Texas Air Hogs, signed him and promised him an entire season on the roster. He finished the year with unimpressive results and was still walking over 6 batters per 9, but he finally began to feel as if he belonged on the mound for the first time in years. In 2019, the D-backs gave him a shot in the spring, and he made the AA roster. Although the stint was short-lived, Tyler had some conversations with Daniel Bard, who had also fallen out of the league because of the yips. Bard was working as the mental skills coach, helping his players meditate, breathe, and find a good mental state while on the field. They each clearly understood the relationship between the mind and the body. Although Tyler was cut in May and back with the Airhogs in June, him and Daniel had an impact on each other. His second stint with Texas was excellent, striking out over 15 batters per 9 and walking under 6 in relief, thanks in part to some mechanical changes that got his fastball velocity back into the upper 90s. Because of the mental strides that he made over the previous few years, he was finally able to work on the mechanical aspect of his craft, which had deteriorated as he was just trying to get the ball where he wanted it. He was finally a great pitcher once again, and the Braves purchased his contract in August. He walked just 5 batters through 12 1/3 innings at AA and AAA to finish off his roller coaster of a season. In spring training of 2020, Matzek and Bard were two of the biggest stories, each getting big league invites to their respective camps. Lo and behold, they each made it all the way back to the bigs as Tyler was on the Braves opening day roster in July of 2020. Just watching now, you would have never thought that Tyler went through the deepest depths of mental hell just a few years ago. With the stigma surrounding anxiety and mental health finally going away, Tyler is a beacon of hope for any athletes dealing with any sort of performance anxiety. Tyler was willing to be open with himself about his struggles, and luckily had supportive people around him to help him on his path. So many in the past fell victim to the yips and could never recover. But Tyler never quit, and the city of Atlanta and Braves fans are certainly grateful that he's found his way onto their team.
What a matchup. Here's an 0-2.